washing. They say to do it for 20 seconds, which is about the time it takes to sing happy birthday. I don't know that, so I'm gonna recite the speech from Coach Carter that he gives to Timo Cruz. Mr. Cruz, what is your greatest fear? Our greatest fear is not that we're inadequate. It's that we're powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And when we let that inner light shine, we subconsciously allow others to do the same. You gotta do it 1.5 times. Mr. Cruz, what is your greatest fear? Our greatest fear is not that we're inadequate. It's that we're powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness. All right. Now that our hands are all washed, what we have here is frozen chicken. It is not even fully defrosted, which is good, honestly, because if you're just making some enchiladas or something, which we are, just cook with it frozen. Just slice it frozen, throw it in a pot. You're gonna be baking it like twice with a bunch of cheese on it, so why not? That's not a knife. Actually, this is a knife. This is my knife. So we're gonna take frozen chicken and we're just gonna slice it up very, very thinly. And actually, when it's frozen, you can slice it really thinly. It's really nice. And we're eventually going to cut this in a pan with whatever spices you got on deck. Then we're gonna put some beans in that and we're gonna roll it up in some tortillas. You don't need to think about meals as just like, here's a starch, here's a vegetable, here's a meat. That way, a lot of people overconsume meat. If you're trying to ration, sounds dramatic, but if you're trying to like ration meat out, I mean, honestly, it's a great way to make a big composed dish. That should be enough for enchiladas. And we're just gonna run our knife through it one more time. Dude, it feels so good to cut through frozen meat. Also, if you go to like shabu shabu or Korean barbecue, their meat's all frozen. Don't be an elitist about never cooking frozen meat. Never, get out of here. So we're gonna take that and we're just gonna toss it in a pan, get it cooked up, add some beans to it. All right, we got our saute pan heating and we got our meat scraps right there. Meat scraps, that was my nickname in high school. All right, so we got our oil hot in the pan and now we're gonna take our chicken and we're simply gonna dump it. Oh, listen to that sizzle. It's gonna break it up, make sure it cooks nice and evenly. Oh, it's about to get loud. Oh, we're in producer Ryan's house, safely distancing from each other. That's why we're not in the normal mythical kitchen. So we're simply gonna season the chicken with salt, and then like take anything you got in your spice cabinet. You probably got a bunch of chili powder that you haven't used in a while.